Do you see any changes in the world? Do you see? We vote these people in. They sit there and they leave office and they didn't do nothing they promised. Oh, he got there, George Bush got that No Child Left Behind now. Now we got all these Johnny boys that can't read and write, but no, they're not left behind in the school. But they can't get a job because they can't push the buttons down at the McDonald's. They don't know what 2 plus 2 is. Well, that fits in right with our government because 2 plus 2 is 4. No, wait. 2 plus 2 would be 5. Yeah, 2 plus 2. 5! 2 plus 2 would be 5 there in that movement there, the One World Order movement. Yep, 2 plus. That was from the book 1984 by George Orwell. No, it wasn't George Orwell. Who wrote that? Call in and tell me who wrote that book, for crying out loud! To straighten your asses up. So anyway, where were we? Well, we were bitching and complaining about something that I can't figure it out. Oh, yeah, we were talking about professional wrestling circuit syndrome. And we fought for it. I fought for it for years. I got me on, I'd get home and I'd turn on that there Fox TV and Fox News and I'd watch that Bill O'Reilly and, cussing at the TV and cheering on and all that kind of crap, only thinking I was going to make a difference. It ain't going to make no difference. The plan is already set. Everything is in motion. We're in a bubble. And that bubble will burst when the beast decides it's time. And who is the beast? Well, it's a funny thing. I've been hearing about these Illuminatis. Illuminatis, the burger builders, the burger biggers, and the Illuminatis, and the list goes on, the Masons, and they're in there with them mason jars, just drinking them up. them Masons, I tell you. So, and I heard of talking about the Illuminati here and the Illuminati there, and then I read the book called The Creature from Jekyll's Island. The Creature from Jekyll Island, where a bunch of these millionaires, well, trillionaires, well, I don't even know you can count how much money these people have. But it was a group of them, and either they went down there to Jekyll Island, and I think that's off the coast of Georgia, I think. And they got together and they created this here dang cartel. Yeah. Now, a cartel is a group of individuals. Now, I'm not the brightest block in the pile there, blocks, stacking blocks, but I ain't the dumbest either. So these people got together. A cartel, yeah, that's where I was at. A cartel is a group of people, companies that get together, and they're going to eliminate the competition there, I tell you what. And their whole goal, it's like a monopoly, except it's a bunch of them. Monopoly would be one, where a cartel is a bunch of them that unite as one. And they're going to run the banking system. And they're going to, now they couldn't put in their title or in the bill they presented to the government down there in D.C. there, they couldn't put that it was a cartel, you see, because people wouldn't buy it. And back there, that was 1913. People, they were really upset with the banks, yeah, because the banks were, and Wall Street. They're just like today, the bankers were frowned upon. Yeah. So, they couldn't put it in there that there was a bunch of bankers getting together and wanted to make this cartel, and they were going to call it the United States Cartel of America. We bring your money to us, and we just rip you off. We couldn't do that. So they decided they needed to make it so the American people would fall for it. Now, how are they going to do this? Well, there's a bunch of them smart characters. Now, I tell you what, I think it was 7. They got together, and they said, no, we got to fool the American people. And so they said that we have to make this so they will fall for it. And they came up with a name. I forget how they went about it, but they came up with the name Federal Reserve. It might not have been the first one. That was what I was going to try and tell you. It might not have been the first name, but it's Federal Reserve, making you think that it was government, first of all, and then it was a reserve. Well, it ain't government, and it's no reserve. Now, let me tell you how this works. Now, this is how the banking industry works. You take your money down there and you deposit. Say you get your paycheck and you take $100 down to the bank. Actually, you take your paycheck. You gotta excuse me, folks. I'm just as dumb as a. I guess I'm as dumb as a bag of hammers. Now, I'm not sure who carries around a bag of hammers, but he's probably about as dumb as the hammers in the bag. Now, hammers ain't that smart. They need a driver, just like your computer. Your computer needs a driver. Now, we're getting off the dang on subject. But I want to tell you something. Oh, yeah, you take your paycheck down there to the savings and loan. No, it's not a savings and loan. It's the First National Bank of who'd-you-call-it. And you decide to take some of your money out, but you're going to put $100 in. Now, they take your money and they give you a little receipt there, and you think they going to put it back there in the vault. And that's you're thinking they're going to save that for you until you want it. And you think that money is going to be right there waiting on you. And what you don't understand is this is where the reserve part comes in. There's supposed to be a 10% reserve. So out of that $100, they're gonna loan out that 10%, $900. Now, the person they loan that $900 to, say he has to spend well, how would we put that there now? I have to think of this. I have to rehearse this kind of stuff a little more, because we got to get on the ball here if we're going to make us a TV show here on the YouTubies. Mr. YouTube is what's his name? Call a guy, computer dude said. He said, let's go over here to Mr. YouTube, and here's Mr. Computer, and over here's Mr. Mike, and Week. Here's Mr. Mouse. Let's wrap this up today, folks, because face it, we're all about as dumb as a bunch of bags of hammers. I'm spitting this stuff out here, and I tell you what. So, we're being fooled at every point. I gave up. I don't watch TV. I don't watch the news. I go through the Drudge Report a little bit, but I know I'm being fooled. I know I'm being suckered. I knows when I's being suckered. So, bye-bye for now, I tell you what. Bye-bye.